7, abc7chicago.com. This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news, with Sylvia Perez, Linda Yu, and weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler. This is ABC 7 News at 11.
Rahm Emanuel is getting reacquainted with Chicago as he prepares to make a run for mayor. He is spending the mornings talking to voters. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sylvia Perez.
And I'm Karen Jordan, in for Linda Yu this morning. Emanuel resigned as White House Chief of Staff on Friday. This morning, he begins what he's calling a listening tour across the city. ABC 7's Jason Knowles is live on the South Side with more. Jason.
Well, good morning. We are here at Isola's on the city's south side, a very popular restaurant in the Chatham neighborhood. Now, this was one of the most recent stops for Rahm Emanuel as he was going on his tour this morning. He's off to the next stop now. He's talking to voters in Pilsen, shaking hands. And here's a listen at one of the stops this morning, one of the first stops.
Do you have music?
Yes.
You like that?
Yes.
All righty.
Rahm Emanuel's Tell It Like It Is listening tour started around 7 a.m. at the Roosevelt L stop in the South Loop. So far, the former White House Chief of Staff has said he's preparing to run for mayor, but has not officially announced his candidacy. He's launched the website chicagoforrahm.com. He's been talking to voters all morning long, and of course, as we said, shaking hands. And after all that handshaking, he actually made sure to use some hand sanitizer towards the end. Emanuel has a well-financed campaign and the national spotlight, plenty of media attention, but critics say that the competition is going to be tough with several candidates to choose from. Now, there's also the issue of him not living here recently, and other candidates may bring his residency issue to court. Today, after all of that handshaking and hugging and autograph signing, Emanuel did talk to reporters.
People are enthusiastic, energized. They love their city. They know it's got challenges. And I think that's what they want to talk about.
What's your biggest challenge going to be, Ron?
Make sure I can meet everybody in the city of Chicago.
Well, I think that he's good for Chicago. He's from Chicago. He's associated with President Obama. So I think that he'd do an excellent job with the city of Chicago as being mayor.
I thought that he was really personable and really interested in me, which means interested in the people of Chicago.
I'm definitely interested in his candidacy, but I'm open, to whoever else might pop up.
Emanuel is thinking about diversity during this listening tour. His first stop, as we said, was the South Loop. Then he was here on the city's south side. Now he is off to the Pilsen neighborhood. And, of course, the one thing he says he wants to hear is what are the issues on people's minds. Well, the one thing a lot of people have made comments about. One man inside the restaurant says he is in construction and he has not had work for 3 years. And he says he's been looking for a job and he wants some answers. He wants help to find a job. So, Sylvia, again, he's off to the next stop in Pilsen. We're sure he's going to hear a lot more about what people are thinking there as well. For now, we're live in the city's south side. Jason Knowles, ABC 7 News. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Another potential mayoral candidate is also out listening to voters this morning. Although she hasn't officially announced that she's running, former Senator Carol Moseley Braun is also touring Chicago. This morning, she stopped in a restaurant in the Hyde Park neighborhood. Supporters are circulating petitions for her candidacy. Moseley Braun was the first African-American woman to serve in the U.S. Senate. She also served as ambassador to New Zealand. She currently works as a business consultant and runs an organic beverage company. There is just 1 day left to register to vote in the November 2nd general election. First-time voters are not the only ones who need to register. Those who have new addresses or have changed their name also face tomorrow's deadline. Registration can be completed at several locations, including Secretary of State drivers' facilities and Board of Elections offices. An eligible voter must be a U.S. citizen who is at least 18 years old by Election Day. ABC 7 is helping you get to know the candidates who will be on the ballot in November. Be sure to check out our online candidate form. It includes some candidates' video statements and written answers to some of the biggest issues facing voters. When you go to abc7chicago.com, click Politics on the left side, or find the Vote 2010 logo and the Meet the Candidates link.
Chicago police say overall crime was down 4.5% in September. According to the department, crime has fallen 21 consecutive months. Murders dropped 2.3% in September after an increase in August. Through the end of last month, there have been 343 murders in the city. That's 8 fewer than at this time last year. The department says the city is on pace with 2007, a year that ended with the lowest number of murders since 1965. Japan has also issued an alert for its citizens who plan to travel to Europe. This follows a similar alert.
Classic accessory and giving it a modern twist.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Spira. That and more coming up right now on Mirror Mirror.